ChatGPT will give you one of the best Etsy shop critiques that you can get, and it's free. In this video I will show you how to analyze your Etsy listings and much more. We have 5 prompts to go through. So if at any stage you want to move to the next prompt, then there are timestamps in the description below and you can move further to the video. Also, all the prompts are listed there too. Make sure to watch the whole video as I have added a few extra tips somewhere by the end of this video. Let's start by evaluating the features of your product listing. We'll pinpoint areas where improvements can be made to increase its appeal and make it more effective in capturing buyers' attention. So prompt number 1 is evaluate the features of my Etsy product listing and suggest improvements to increase its appeal and effectiveness. And for that we need an actual product listing. So sure, I'd be happy to help you evaluate your product listing and suggest improvements. Please provide me with the relevant details and description of your product, including any images or text you have already included in the listing. So I will not provide any images in here, but I've prepared a few listings actually that I want to feed into ChatGPT for the rest of for the other prompts as well. So I'm just gonna copy the description here of this listing: turquoise leaf earrings. Description, and let's go with title as well. Title. See, the more details you put actually into ChatGPT, the more info you feed ChatGPT, the better. So basically, we've got title, we've got description. Let's go with that. And here we go. Overall, your Etsy product listing for the turquoise leaf earrings is quite informative and provides essential details about the product. However, there are a few areas where you can make improvements to increase its appeal and effectiveness. And here are some suggestions: engaging title, compelling introduction, detailed description, high quality images. So obviously we've got high quality images in here. Clear options, shipping and gift services, call to action. So you can apply this method to your own listing, or if you don't have a store yet and you're at the stage of actually thinking about joining Etsy, you probably have your niche and the product that you want to sell. So I would do that. I would actually target a few stores in your niche, whether this is jewelry or maybe leather or anything else, and look for best sellers and look for other listings actually of sellers who are not doing so great, and feed that information. Use this prompt and feed that information into ChatGPT and read it, study it, take notes what you can actually do better. And when you're gonna be creating your listing, you're gonna have all that information and you're gonna be way ahead of your competition or way ahead of any other person who is actually starting in the same niche at the moment and don't have ChatGPT and is not using ChatGPT. And next we'll analyze your product listing for any potential issues that might be hindering its performance. Together we'll find solutions to enhance its overall effectiveness and ensure it stands out from the competition. And for that we have prompt number 2. And here, like in the previous example, we need to feed ChatGPT with information that it requires, and it asks us for please provide me with details of your product listing, such as product description, title, tags, and any other relevant information. So if you have tags, let's go with that. I've got the title here. Here is my second listing, which I thought that it could be relevant to our search because it's kind of a bit pricey, £110. So we've got title. description. Always remember to be as organized as possible, and the better quality information you put into ChatGPT, the better analyze it will do for you and the better information it will provide you with. So we've got another thing. What we need, we've got description, title, tags. Do we have any tags in here? Usually tags are at the bottom. And no, we've got highlights here that we can actually copy and paste as well. And let's go with that. So of course, if you're going to be doing that on your own example, you're going to have all of that information. But I'm doing that based on that what I can actually get from Etsy without actually logging in. Of course, if you're using any service outside of Etsy that will provide you with tags and keywords, you can actually feed that in here. But we've got, I think ChatGPT, yeah, it finished its run. Based on the information it provided, here are some potential issues with your Etsy product listing. Suggestions to enhance its performance. Title optimization, product description. Your product description is quite lengthy and lacks clear sections or bullet points. Yeah, so pretty much it lacks organization, which can make it overwhelming for potential customers to read. And no, for me, it's fairly clear and organized. To be perfectly honest, the spacing is here. The sentences aren't too long, but break it down into smaller paragraphs. So it wants to break it down even into smaller paragraphs. Product features, customer benefits, personalization details, materials, and craftsmanship. So basically, they have to put in even more keywords into it to be better optimized, and maybe some social proof. But basically, I haven't provided the social proof. Social proof is here because those are the reviews, and they are here just underneath the gallery. Images are here as well. So you get the idea. Overall, whatever you actually put into it, it will provide you with further optimization, which you should apply to your listing. And whenever you're not 100% sure or you want a slightly different answer, you can always regenerate the answer and compare the two answers basically that it gave you. Yeah, so clearly define your target audience in the listing, highlight who the bag is designed for, such as working professionals, students, and teachers. Yeah, that would help basically to include that information in the description. So that was prompt number 2, and let's move on to prompt number 3. Again, I'm gonna start a new chat. Category competitiveness. Now let's dig into the category of your Etsy product. We'll explore ways to make it more competitive and attractive to buyers, helping you gain an edge in the marketplace. Prompt number 3. Analyze my Etsy products category and suggest improvements to make it more competitive and attractive to buyers. So let's provide again all the details that it requires. And what it requires, I need some information. Please provide me with name and description of your product, its current category, and specific goals you have in mind for making it more competitive. Product name, let's go to product number 3, and we've got Heidi Retro Jumpsuit. So I'm just gonna copy and paste the title. And now let's move on to description. They have a link to mailing list. That's pretty neat, because they're trying to get customers actually outside of the leading customer outside of Etsy, which is perfectly legal. So we also need the category, and for category I'm just gonna scroll down into here, all categories. What else was there? any specific goals you have in mind for making it more competitive and attractive buyers. When you're going to be applying that to your listing, I would actually fill in all of the fields that it requires, but I'm just going to stick with the 3 that I had here. And let's check what we get. So optimize the product title, enhance the product description, include lifestyle imagery. Yeah, basically lifestyle imagery, they are here. Not too many. There are 5. There should be 10 actually. In order for the listing to be better optimized, there should be 10 images, preferably with size chart as well, and maybe even a video to fill in all of the slots. Highlight the sustainability aspect, consider pricing and promotions, leverage social proof and reviews, explore additional marketing channels. So basically they are actually exploring external marketing channels by offering 10% discount code if you actually sign up for their newsletter. But overall, if you're going to be doing that based on your own listing, I would actually include all of the information. I love the end of the prompt, that usually you get some insights in here as well. Remember to regularly evaluate your product's performance, gather customers' feedback, and make adjustment accordingly. Continuously improving your product and its presentation can help make it more competitive and attractive to buyers. So let's get back to images. There are 5 images. Some of the products, you won't be able to actually get 10 images to fill in all of the slots of the particular product. Although you can always present the product in various ways, you can also add an image with a text in here, like a flyer or something, where you're gonna provide the same information but in bullet points, which you have in the description. I've seen some people also filling in their slots with some of the 5-star reviews that they get from super happy customers. So there's no reason why they don't have full set of images in here. Bear in mind that all the prompts and more you will find in the description below, so there is no need to take screenshots. And if you're just thinking about opening your store on Etsy, then there's a link that will get you 40 free listings if you click on it. What you need to do before clicking on the link in order to get the free listings, you need to clear your cookies in your web browser. And I would suggest to have all of the basic information ready to actually start selling. You just need 1 product in order to open your store and start selling. You don't need hundreds of products. You don't need tens of products. You just need 1 product. Once you have 1 product, you can start adding other products, start adding categories into your store and banners and creating other information. So you basically need 2 free images on day 1 of your product, description, a title, tags, and that will be you. Most of the people, they are not ending up in here. They are checking that, they are checking the listing, but they're not coming to your store. So of course, once you get set up, I would go and actually add a logo, add a banner, add an information here, and basically fill in all of the slots for the information that you are provided by Etsy. Don't leave anything empty. Update everything what you can, but you don't need that on day 1. So if you're thinking about opening your store on Etsy, there is a link in the description below for 40 free listings. And if you're gonna get 40 free listings, I will get 40 free listings for recommending you as well. So that's my full disclosure. Now let's move to prompt 4. Evaluate my Etsy product's packaging and suggest improvements to make it more visually appealing and protect the item during shipping. To evaluate your product's packaging and suggest improvements, it would be helpful to have some information about the item you are selling and its current packaging. Please provide details about the product, its dimensions, and the materials used in the packaging so that I can offer specific recommendations for improvement. So let's see if we're gonna be able to get that. No. Well, we might have to actually take a different listing. Let's copy again. Title. Description. Basically, because I'm copying it from Etsy, it might be not as precise, not as I might not be able to get the exact information that you will, but if you're doing it with your own listing, with your own product, with the information that you have, because you know basically how you're going to be packaging it, or if you're using a print-on-demand service because you're selling posters or t-shirts or whatever, you already have that information. So that information should go in here. But I'm just going to rely on that what I'm getting from Etsy, from that particular listing. And we've got the answer here. Thank you for providing details. Upgrade the backing card. Okay. Consider using a high quality, visually appealing backing card that complements the theme of your product. You could use a card with a dandelion or graduation theme design incorporating colors that match the keyring. Enhance the design elements. Use professional printing. Consider custom packaging. Add a protective layer, personalize the packaging, include care instructions. So yeah, basically all of these things, they're applying to this product. Sorry, just gonna move the link here, because you need the backing card. You need to enhance the design elements. Well, about that, I'm not quite sure, but you need use professional printing for jewelry. You need to consider custom packaging, another layer of protection, and personalize the packaging as well, and include the core instructions. So you need basically all of that in order to make a wow effect on the customer with the item. Maybe that won't apply in here because it's a simple keyring which costs $10.80. But let's say if you would be selling earrings for $100 or $200, and that type of product, you need to have the details, and those are the details which they will make a wow effect, and they will grant you a better feedback, a positive feedback, a 5-star feedback, and they will make the whole customer experience way better than just any packaging, no backing card, and no care instructions or care instructions emailed. Majority of your customers, those gonna be women. If you're selling high-end products, you need that. But let's say that you will not be selling any jewelry. Let's go with leather. Okay, and here it might be a similar situation. Title, description, and let's copy the description. Well, it's very long description, and they certainly included a lot of information in here to cover their bases. There's always some place for improvement, so to improve the packaging for your leather tote bag, both in terms of visual appeal and protection during shipping, here are some suggestions. Use branded packaging. Okay. Include a dust bag, add tissue paper or wrapping, include a thank you note. Yeah, that's something which should be there. Bubble wrap or padding, I can't argue with that. You always need an extra padding. You cannot imagine what couriers are doing with the parcels. No offense to any couriers, but in the sorting plant. They just playing football with some of the parcels in some of the places, not all, but secure closures. Yeah, that's the other thing. Secure with that type of product, you should actually secure closures. Any metal items, they should be secured. Clear product information, visual branding elements, incorporate your brand logo or design elements on the packaging to reinforce your brand identity and create a consistent visual experience for your customers. Yeah, clear shipping labels, consider eco-friendly options. That's something that in the past few years it's very helpful in your selling strategy. We're gonna move to 5th prompt, and this is the last prompt in this video. And there are gonna be more videos like that. Target market alignment. Understanding your target market is key to success. Well, conduct a thorough analysis of your Etsy product's target market and offer suggestions to better cater to their needs and preferences, ensuring your product shines in their eyes. Prompt number 5. Analyze my Etsy product's target market and suggest improvements to better cater to their needs and preferences. So, to analyze your Etsy product's target market and suggest improvements, I need some information about your product. Please provide me with the details of your product, such as its category, description, and other relevant information. Let's go with this product. This is a printable, and some of you will be selling digital products, like I do. You will be selling printables, you will be selling ebooks, coloring books, or Excel spreadsheets, because all of that you can sell on Etsy. So let's copy this. Title, and let's see where it will take us. Description. By the way, I haven't actually tested any of these listings prior to the video. I've opened just 5 listings, which I thought that it would be good to see how ChatGPT will improve the descriptions and overall products and experiences, and what kind of suggestion it will provide. We still need category. So let's go down to the category, and we've got calendars and planners. And here again, if you're going to be doing with your own product or with competition, you might get more details. I'm just doing that for the purpose of this video. The information that I'm feeding here, it's very limited, but basically the more information you actually input in here, the better results you get. So let's see what ChatGPT will offer us. It always kind of starts based on the information you provided. Your Etsy product appears to target individuals who are in the process of house hunting and moving. The products offer 2 planners. Okay. Here are some suggestions to better cater to the needs and preferences of your target market. Targeted advertising. Focus your advertising efforts on platforms and communities where people actively engage in house hunting and moving discussions. Okay, yeah, so some discussion boards and probably groups on Facebook. It would be actually good to market your product there. Highlight compatibility. Emphasize that the planners are compatible with popular note-taking apps. Like, yeah, that's something which I've seen in some of the descriptions of printables, of planners. Expand compatibility. Consider expanding the, so basically highlight compatibility and expand compatibility if you can. Obviously, if you're starting and this is your first product, you cannot have, a planner for 10 different apps. You're gonna have planner for maybe that is compatible with one app, but overall, after some time, you can do that. You can, upgrade. You can do that on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, or even monthly basis. You can add something to the planner that you will target another group of people who, for example, are using Evernote or Google Keep or Notability, if you didn't have that. Showcase unique features, demonstrate practicality, provide examples or testimonials. Now, testimonials we've got here, but you can always include here as well, like a screenshot of some of the feedbacks that you have here. I've seen people doing that. And we've got various mockups in here. Print at home. So those are elements that you can actually upgrade your mockups with. The standard mockup that seller bought on any graphic sites, or maybe even on Etsy, they just bought this picture. And what they have done, they added this stripe of here, 3-page scorecard, print at home, and this arrow in here. So they have further customized the mockup which they have bought. So that's something which you can do, which you should do with any mockup. Make it your own. If you ever buy a template, make it your own. You're providing more value actually to the customer, to the overall experience by adding that kind of small elements. Optimization options, consider offering customization options. Social media engagement, collaborate with related businesses. You can collaborate with print houses. I've seen people actually selling printables, and they were additionally recommending a print room that would print their printables. So if someone had a journal and it was like electronic copy and it was PDF journal that they were selling, they had a link in here that they were recommending print house. And obviously they had a commission from every recommendation, from every person that actually chose this route. So they sold their original printable, and additionally they made 10 to 20% commission on the further sale. How much money you can make this way, I don't know. Let's say that you sell 1,000 planners, then maybe 20 people will go and choose to print them via your link. But if you have 100 planners, you cannot sell all 100 by 1,000 copies in every year. You can, but most of the sellers, they're not reaching those figures. But this is something extra that you can actually do. That was my example, but there are different examples how you can collaborate with related businesses. So expand your product line. You can always add additional image here that you're selling other things as well. Maybe something that relates to the planner, something extra, something someone has to do after moving house, after house hunting and moving. This is like two planners in one, because someone is first house hunting and then moving basically. So you might complement that with another type of planner, how to organize a new home's garden or whatever. It's just from the top of my head. Pretty much that was our last prompt. Tip number 1. By a rule of thumb, always run 2 generations or more to have a comparison. You can mix and match the information from both of the generations. I have noticed that sometimes ChatGPT provides a different information, and on occasion it is equally good or sometimes even better than the first generation. So that will work to your advantage to actually run the comparison and sometimes merge the 2 generations. Tip number 2. Do not completely rely on ChatGPT. Moreover, edit the information. If, for example, ChatGPT provides you with text for your listing or any part of your shop, you might be, for example, generating email templates or thank you messages. Make sure to always double check the information, and if it provides you with any rules or terms and conditions, always verify that information with a simple Google check or Etsy help section check before you actually publish. What I'm trying to say, always read what ChatGPT gives you. And the other thing is, you might be generating various prompts and they all might be generated separately, as I have done in this video. So there is a chance that ChatGPT will give you the information written in a various style. So have that in mind, because you might have a thank you message in one style and you might have for example, an email in a different style, or some rules that you can apply to your listing or whatever else. Tip number 3. I'm not entirely sure how Etsy algorithm works, and their AI content detection system, provided that they have one. If not, that will probably come in the future. But Google seems to be doing their job by moving down in the search results, or actually excluding from the search results all of the blogs, sites that have content generated purely by AI. So change things, amend sentences, add your own text, and run it through AI content detection software. So that will not be flagged by Google or Etsy. I have provided a few links where you can do it, and all are in the description below. So make sure to check it. Alternatively, run Google check for AI content detection software, and you will get a few sites that you can use, try and compare them. I'm just using the sites below for myself, so that's why I'm recommending them here. As I mentioned before, I have a free list of prompts that you can download and apply. Link is in the description. I truly hope that you come back for more videos. I have 100 prompts that I want to share with you. So see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.